All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, there was a smudge mark on my volume. I had to wipe that off real quick. It's time to get started with more Dragon Ball Super. So let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of Dragon Ball Super. We're going to be reading through Volume 10 today, and I also, sorry if my, reaction to the latest Bleach episode is not, up yet, because I just got finished editing it like 3 minutes ago, and I still have to upload it, but I'll upload it after I'm done with this read-through. And then later today, I'm finally going to play Marvel's Midnight Suns. It's been far too long because I platinumed God of War Ragnarok earlier this morning. So that was fun. And playing through that game 100%, well worth the amount of hours I invested in it. I have under 60 hours in God of War Ragnarok. But I've pretty much done everything. So yeah, can't wait to play Marvel's Midnight Suns for you guys. But let's go ahead and get started with Dragon Ball Super. With Volume 10, Moro's Wish. And how many chapters do we have in this one? It's still 4, just like the usual. And actually, let's do a bit of a recap. You already know how I do. I need to get myself a Dragon Ball shirt so we can match up to the streams. A long, long time ago, Son Goku left on a journey in search of the legendary Dragon Balls, a set of 7 balls that when gathered would summon the dragon Shenron to grant any wish. After a great adventure, he collects them all. Later, he becomes the apprentice of Master Roshi, fights a number of vicious enemies, defeats the great Majin Buu, and restores peace on Earth. Some time passes, and then Lord Beerus, the god of destruction, suddenly appears and sets out in search of the Super Saiyan God. Goku, by becoming the Super Saiyan God, he manages to stop Beerus from destroying the Earth and starts training under him with Vegeta. One day, Trunks appears, hoping to save the future. Goku and Vegeta travel to the future, but they soon find themselves struggling against Goku Black and Zamasu of the parallel world. In order to defeat Zamasu, Goku ends up asking for help from Lord Zeno, basically. Lord of everything, Lord Zeno, who erases the entire future world. Then the two Lord Zenos decide to host a tournament of power, where all losing universes are to be obliterated. Goku and friends claim victory. After some time, the ancient villain Moro escapes from the galactic prison, and it's up to Goku, Vegeta, and the Galactic Patrol to hunt down the convict. So this all really started, just a recap of what we went through with the last volume. It started with the Galactic Patrol trying to take away Buu from Hercule, and Goku and Vegeta show up, and they get blitzed by this one dude named Maris, who's a part of the Galactic Patrol. He moves faster than they can react to, and both Goku and Vegeta are taken along with Buu. And we come to find out that they're not kidnapping Buu for any nefarious means. They took Buu because Buu used to be the great Supreme Kai before the Supreme Kais that we know, when before Majin Buu absorbed him. So they then tell us that they need Buu's help in order to stop this galactic prisoner who is called Moro, who has existed for like billions of years, apparently. And he's incredibly strong, and he escaped, and they need Buu's help, but they also got Goku and Vegeta. And now we've come to planet New Namek, where Moro has learned of the Dragon Balls, and Goku and Vegeta are preparing to face him on New Namek. Chapters 45, and we got 45 through 48. Chapter 45, Moro's Magic. And during this fight, the skirmish between Vegeta and Moro takes off his cloak, and we see his very, very thin frame. But also, Snow, good to see you, and good to see you, Psycho, as well. Apologies for not acknowledging y'all immediately when you all showed up. Glad that you caught up to the last volume, Snow. Now you can read along with me. And also, if you guys want to read along, either go to the site on Viz or the website of your choice. But as I always say, support the official release. Chapter 45, Moro's Magic. And it's Vegeta who's in his Super Saiyan Blue state. What's that? You've been holding back? And then Vegeta just looks at Moro. And then Goku, we heard about how you can absorb life energy, just like what you tried with that Namekian kid a minute ago. You're not entirely ignorant then. This will be the same technique but a different application. And then it cuts to the ex-Frieza Force member who's just watching everything from the cockpit. Is Moro going to use that? Is gonna use that same terrifying move he did when we broke out of prison? Maybe I should put some distance between me and this fight. And then it cuts to Jocko with Maris as they're still up in space. And Jocko, so this energy absorber move is one to watch out for. Yes, and it involves more than just absorbing a planet's life energy. The existing records indicate that he can wield the massive energy he steals from planets for direct attacks. And then it shows Moro starting to power himself up. Reminder, he's very old looking, and he's very frail looking and very thin. He's tall, but he's very frail and thin. But he starts charging up power, and an aura just erupts around Moro, and the ground beneath him just starts to erupt around Moro as Goku and Vegeta just look on. What is that technique? And then Moro just flips his finger up. He's not flipping off Vegeta. That's weird. I don't remember eating that. He flips up his finger, and then a fissure appears underneath Vegeta, and a massive blast erupts from underneath Vegeta, causing him to be launched backwards. Gah! And then this shocks Goku. What the? With this move, I attack with the life energy of the very planet we stand on. The magnitude comes not from my own power, but from the planet itself. And I must say, this planet Namek possesses exceptional energy. And then he points in the direction of where Vegeta is, and he drags his finger across like he's on a touchscreen. Well, he just starts waving his finger across the plains, and this fissure starts to move towards Vegeta. He's literally manipulating the life energy of this planet to attack Vegeta. And it's just explosion after explosion that's just following Vegeta as he's trying to get away. But as soon as he jumps down to one location, a fissure opens up right where he lands, and he gets blasted by it, with Moro just constantly trying to hit Vegeta with it. Darn it! I guess I have to escape into the air. Vegeta, be careful! And as he's saying this, multiple fissures of lava just pop up out of the ground, and they try to surround Vegeta. And there's an explosion as it looks like it envelops him, and then we come to the Namekian Elder. The land itself is quaking. What sort of battle is being waged? And then it shows molten rock just covering the area where Vegeta was. And Vegeta breaks out of this hardened magma and launches towards Moro. And he charges up a blast in his hand, and Moro causes the Earth itself, like the planet itself, to erupt in front of him, like a little defensive wall. Vegeta stops before he hits it, and he gets very dangerously close to the wall. And then the wall disappears as Moro is directly in front of Vegeta. It's no use. You cannot lay a finger on me. And he raises his hand, and a swirl of lava swirls around Moro's hand. And he tries to hit Vegeta with it, and Vegeta just manages to get out of the way. Vegeta, let me take a shot. Shut up, Kakarot. Just watch. Hey, Moro. Surely you reach your limit soon if you keep using that move. All I need to do to win is to keep dodging. Got it? This technique effectively has no limits. I may use it until the planet itself is extinguished. That can't be. Darn it. If I can't approach, I have no hope of recapturing you. And without any more power-ups, I'm at a loss. And this surprises Goku, that Vegeta says this. Admitting defeat? How gracious of you. Tell me one thing at least. What are you really after? Why come to Namek? What use do dead men have for such information? Depending on your true goal, maybe you'd be better off not killing us. Begging for your life, are you? How far the Galactic Patrol has fallen. You do seem more knowledgeable about this planet than me, and if you're agreeing to cooperate, agreeing to cooperate, I've come in search of something called the Dragon Balls. Thought so. I understand that one must gather all 7. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that. Sorry to say, I'm unclear on the details. As I thought, you two are inconsequential. As he throws his hand out, and then he grips it, and a massive wave of lava shoots up right next to Vegeta in an attempt to envelop him in it. And Vegeta sees this, and he blasts the lava, and he keeps trying to blast the lava to keep it from actually touching him. And in doing so, he makes it harden, and he just stops the lava completely. And he breathes a sigh of relief, and he looks where Moro is, and Moro's not where he was, but he's right behind Vegeta, preparing to hit him with a massive blast of lava once again. And Vegeta starts to block it, as Moro just looks on gleefully. Just tell me, what would you wish for? All this power you possess, isn't that enough already? Hardly. At the height of my power, you would have been an insect before me. And this entire planet, a quick meal. But such a feat is currently beyond me, as my interminably long confinement has left me in this decrepit state. I see. So you would wish to regain your full strength? Precisely. Such is my goal. Really? You're just rotten scum like they told us. Scum worth killing for sure. Because this was Vegeta's plan this whole time. To get Moro to explain his plan, for Vegeta to see whether he was worth killing instantly or actually bringing back alive. And Vegeta's response confuses him as Vegeta starts to repel the lava blast. And he starts using a blast of his own that starts to actually envelop the lava as well as Moro dodges out of the way. And then this massive blast just carves a ginormous, I wouldn't say a cavern, but it leaves a big indention into the ground. With Moro in the air floating, going, You were concealing this strength? Like you were hiding your true intent? What? Vegeta just powered up even more! Letting him get all cocky so he talk. Smooth move, Vegeta, goes Goku. And then Moro raises his hands again. And more streams of lava shoot out as he tries to throw it at Vegeta. And Vegeta just powers up, still in his blue state, and just flies through all of this lava towards Moro. And Moro dodges away, throwing more lava at Vegeta, as Vegeta just nonchalantly dodges every single stream as Moro's trying desperately to hit Vegeta with it. And it's to a point where Vegeta is no longer actively just dodging. He's actually shoving some of these streams to the side and even jumping on top of some of these lava streams as he makes his way towards Moro. And as he gets close to Moro, he finally lands a hit on him. Gah! And sends Moro flying into the nearby lake where they're fighting. Vegeta has really gotten clever with his battle wits. Yeah. He played some mind games. He really was like, I'm gonna see if this dude is gonna be dumb enough to explain his plan since he thinks I'm so insignificant. Then when he does, I'll wager just how useful he is to us alive. If it turns out that he wants to gain his full power again, we'll just kill him after I unleash my full power. Make him think that he's got an edge. Mind games. Saiyan mind games. And then we get that one Frieza Force dude. When did it get so strong? Yikes, if Moro actually loses, I'm hitting back to the slammer! And it shows Vegeta, who's just smiling. And then Vegeta actually powers down. And then Goku looks over and he looks at the trees, and the trees are starting to lose their leaves. The trees themselves are starting to wither and die rapidly. And then Goku looks at his hands, and we see Vegeta land, and we see Moro raise up out of the lake. I don't care what sort of villain you are, but I won't sit by while this planet suffers, which means you need to be eliminated. Be on guard, Vegeta! Something weird is going on! What? And then it shows the Frieza ship. It shows the Frieza ship where that one dude took Moro on. He's starting to fly away. I ain't going back, not to prison. This is my chance to split. And he's just flying away at high speeds, and Moro's looking in that direction. And then Moro charges up some blasts, and he blasts in the direction of both Goku and Vegeta, and a big old smoke screen just gets picked up in the air. And then apparently Moro's gone. Tuh. Where did that scum slink off to? There, Vegeta! As it shows Moro standing on top of a big pillar. What are you up to now? Make that thing as big as you like. Your technique is useless against me now. And it shows Moro just charging up this big death ball with lava just pouring into it more and more and more. And then Goku looks back at the tree, and the trees themselves are starting to lose their leaves. Moro is starting to steal energy from the entire area again, just like we saw when he was fighting the Great Supreme Kai when this arc started. And it shows the energy floating into the air, and it shows the Namekians wondering what's going on, because they can feel it too. Something's wrong with the planet! What's happening? And then it cuts to one person who's holding a bag in their hands, and then they start to lose the strength to even hold it. Hey, the Elder entrusted you with that Dragon Ball. Don't be so careless. Sorry, but... And then the Namekians start to fall over as they start to lose their balance. What's the matter? I just got dizzy. What? Could whatever this is be affecting us too? And it shows Moro, who's literally just stealing energy from the planet itself. His own personal spirit bomb, if you will. Shouldn't we just attack while he's charging up, Vegeta? And then it shows Moro as he's holding this ball above him, and then he grips his hand and he compresses it into a small size. And Vegeta and Goku look on in utter shock as Moro compresses this energy and then eats it, which is what he does to replenish his strength. What? He ate it! And then his body just brims with more and more power. That first meal in a long time does the body good. I get it. So that's how you go around absorbing energy. And then it shows Moro still looking in the direction of that one ex-Frieza Force member that traveled with him, still flying off, and he points his finger at it, and he stops. He grips the ship, and then he points downwards, and he slams it into the ground. Calm your nerves, Cranberry. I shall not lose. Observe from there. Yes! So the dude's name is Cranberry. I wonder if there's a dude on Frieza's Force that's called Sauce. Cranberry and Sauce. Cranberry Sauce. I'ma stop. And Goku, does he seem way stronger than before? Of course. This is why Maris was eager to recapture you promptly. Why don't we hurry up and settle this then? Or try me if you can. You think your little boost was enough to surpass us? Super Saiyan Blue is still far beyond your scope. And then Vegeta yells out, tries to power up, but nothing happens. Well, go on. Probably can't beat him unless you go blue, right? Indeed. This is no time for games. And then it cuts to Jocko. I see. So the planetary energy that Moro absorbs includes the life force from the plants and animals on the given planet. So he doesn't even have to attack Goku and Vegeta to weaken them. Did I get that right? And Maris, yes. This foe is capable of stealing away his opponent's energy while fighting. I don't know much about how these two go about their battles, but they challenge Moro without knowing all the facts. I can't turn Super Saiyan. Right? Thought so. He's been absorbing our energy too. And then Moro just jumped forward, launches forward, and grabs Vegeta. Sorry about that, I had to check something. But Vegeta goes, I can't turn Super Saiyan. Right, thought so. He's been absorbing our energy too. And then it cuts to Moro, who launches off of that same pillar and grabs Vegeta's face. And then, man, how many times am I going to see people grab other people by the face? Grab other people by the face and then just drag them places. First, I see it in Bleach. Then I saw it earlier in this series. It was either this series or it was in My Hero or it was in One Piece as well. But I see so many people just getting grabbed in the face so often. But he grabs Vegeta. But he grabs Vegeta by the face and then he throws him into another pillar. Vegeta! And then it shows Moro just standing there. Between Moro or Galactus, who's more powerful? Here's the thing. I haven't seen the height of Moro's power, so I have to get back to you, Psycho, in deciding who's stronger, Galactus or Moro. I have to get back to you. I mean, there's... I gotta see Moro at the height of his power. But Moro has thrown... Whoa! I just now noticed he not only threw Vegeta through one pillar, but threw him across another lake and into another pillar in the far-off distance. Then the dust settles, and Moro... You were already aware that my magic robs a planet's life energy, weren't you? Naturally, that included a healthy portion of your energy as well. As you were seeing, I was hiding my true intent. And that is the end of chapter 45. Onwards to chapter 46, Namek in Decline. And then it cuts to Moro as he grabs hold of Vegeta and he smashes him into the ground, like telekinetically grabs onto Vegeta. And then he basically just force pushes Vegeta even further away, causing him to just dig through the ground, causing the lake that he got thrown across to start to, rush in that empty ground space. He's just ruining the topography. Moro is a horrible landscaper. Can we just say that? Horrible landscaper, just destroying New Namek. They literally just got off of their planet not too long ago. Stop, you! And Goku runs up and tries to kick Moro, and Moro just casually blocks Goku and grabs him by the leg and proceeds to Hulk slam him into the ground. What is it with people and Hulk slamming other people? What is with everyone and just like, I'm gonna grab you by the arm, I'm gonna grab you by the leg, I'm gonna grab you by the tail, and I'm just gonna slam you into the ground continuously. Why do y'all like that so much? And he just proceeds to slam Goku all around. Just slams him into the ground, slams him into a wall, and throws him away. And then he grips the ground and causes the planet to explode directly underneath Goku, with Goku getting caught in the blast. And then he lands on the ground. Darn it, I'm totally drained. The longer we battle, the more feeble you grow. And then it shows Vegeta launching straight out of the ground. And it looks like he's preparing to use Gallic Gun on Moro. The same position as... Gets his hands together, like both hands on top of each other. Prepares to use Gallic Gun on Moro. Take this! And he blasts towards Moro. And Moro just opens up his mouth and absorbs it. He just eats the whole blast. He just eats it. Not like eats it like takes it. He eats it like he just, that was a horrible eating sound, but he just eats the whole blast. And he gulps, and everyone is just stunned as he gets more powerful. While I grow even stronger. Ah, darn it. And then it cuts to Beerus's planet. So bored. And then Whis doesn't say anything. What's up, Whis? Planet Namek is exhibiting a sharp decline in energy levels, so I decided to take a peek. Is the planet about to die? How exciting! I barely have to lift a finger here in Universe 7, since some planet buster will come along and do my job for me every so often. I thought planet buster was like a made-up term that people always use to classify how strong people from Dragon Ball are against people from different series. I literally thought it was just a phrase that we fans came up with. But Planet Buster is literally canon. Planet Buster is literally canon. Okay. I barely have to lift a finger here in Universe 7, since some Planet Buster will come along and do my job for me every so often. 'Cause I'm super busy, clearly. As Beerus got bored fishing, because he was fishing. He's fishing, but he got bored with just regular fishing, and just basically jabbed his hand into the water to grab the fish itself. Gotcha! Didn't you say you were just bored? Exactly, so I'm busy killing time. And then it cuts to Beerus going, Hey, Oraclefish, is this your catch of the day? This is a fishing contest. You can't just use your hands. That's a violation of the rules, so you lose. Whatever, I'm sick of fishing. Are you content to let the aforementioned matter play out? Sure, that planet's got no food since the people there only drink water, so not interested. And Whis, seeing Goku and Vegeta fighting Moro, he doesn't even tell Beerus that Goku and Vegeta are fighting a super strong dude on planet New Namek right now. But Whis just responds, very well. There's a mark. There was a weird paper mark on this. Beerus low-key lazy, low-key extra lazy. It's not even low-key. This man is so, remember earlier on in the story when we found out that there were more than just 12 universes, there were actually 16, 18, but one Lord Zeno, before two of them showed up, he basically erased a whole bunch of them because when there was a universal hide and seek, Beerus just went to sleep for 50 years, and all the other gods of destruction did their best to try and appease Zeno, which not only resulted in him erasing some universes, but also making the gods of destruction dislike him. So to call Beerus low-key extra lazy, no, that's an understatement. He is lazy incarnate. It's only when it threatens his laziness that he actually does something. But Whis, watching the battle between Goku, Vegeta, and Moro, just simply says, very well, I won't tell you. He doesn't say, I don't tell you, he just says, very well. Then it cuts to Vegeta and Goku, and they are both scarred. They are both scratched up. I feel bad about the Namekians, but we gotta get back to Maris and the Galactic Patrol. And then he tries to use instant transmission, but that doesn't even work. What is it? I can't use instant teleportation. Not enough ki. And then a blast pretty much gets sent towards both Goku and Vegeta, and the explosion is massive. And both Vegeta and Goku get caught in the blast, and they're thrown backwards. And the blast is so large that it just basically takes out so many buildings that the Namekians had, though some Namekians are fine. And pretty much the village of the Namekians is gone. That did some real damage. Oh no, our village. And there's just a big smoldering crater where that blast is, with Vegeta and Goku laying in it. Ah! You still with me, Vegeta? Ah! Darn it! That is Vegeta's favorite word. Now, mind you, since I already said that I don't use profanity, he keeps using the same word over and over and over again. But that's his catchphrase. That and Kakarot. And then Moro. At last, your resistance ends. This was surprising, as beings such as yourselves did not exist in my era. The only one who stood in my way was the great Lord of Lords who stole my abilities. And then it cuts to Moro, who lands directly on Goku. He just kamikazes onto Goku and just knees him in the chest. Full force, and then he grips Goku by the neck. However, I ought to mention that you two were never a threat to me. And then he telekinetically grabs Vegeta and starts to choke him out too. In fact, I welcome your presence. And he holds both of them up and he starts to choke them. Why? Because you will allow me to grow even more powerful. And he starts to drain the energy from Vegeta and Goku. And the energy from Vegeta and Goku are turned into orbs that he then eats. And then Goku and Vegeta are basically on the ground. There are no pupils in their eyes. They are both comatose right now. And then Moro's body starts to go back from being like this old, frail old dude into being more muscular and younger looking. Incredible that the energy from a mere pair of beings could restore my flesh to this extent. Wow, great job, Moro. I was sure you could beat them all along. And Moro looks back at the guy. Oh, right. I wasn't trying to run away before. Yes, you were. Just thought I'd take that chance to collect the Dragon Balls. Surely you realize you cannot deceive me. Yeah. Well, how would you go about collecting them? Well... And then he messes with his visor, like his scanner, like his scouter, not scanner, scouter. It's been so long since I've actually seen a scouter that I've actually forgot the name of it. He pulls out a scouter inside of his helmet. I can pinpoint the villages with this here scouter. Each village is in charge of one ball, so once you've found the villages, the rest is easy. And then Moro looks over in one direction, and then he puts his head down. The nearby Namekians have begun to scatter. Oh, duh, I forgot that you don't need a scouter. Moro, I forgot that you don't need a scouter, Moro. I sense a number of locations where they gather. Would those be the villages you speak of? Probably, yeah. Let us begin with the closest one, then. Whatever you say. And then Moro gets in the ship with Cranberry, and they fly off. By the way, are those two good and dead? Those drained of their energy will perish on their own in short order. Their lives no longer concern me, so let us proceed. Okay. And then, Moro just takes off towards the villages to get his Dragon Balls. And then it just cuts to Vegeta and Goku still out cold as some Namekians come in and they see them. Yeah, they're still breathing! Quickly now, Iska! Yeah, right! Then to Earth! We cut to Earth. And it shows Bulma traveling with Hercule and Bra. Awake? I mean, oh wait. This is Bulma getting upset. A week? I mean, really, it's been a whole week since Vegeta and Goku up and vanished. Hey, Hercule. Yeah? The jerks who kidnapped the boys had this mark on their uniforms, right? Sure did. That settles it. The Galactic Patrol's behind this. So, where are we headed? My big sister's place. She's got a communicator that can get us in touch with Jocko. And it shows Bulma just heading to, her sister Tight's place. Galactic Patrol HQ, as Maris and company return. Welcome back, Agent Maris. Another day of hard work. I was informed that Majin Buu has awakened. Is that true? Yes, he woke up not too long ago. Where is he now? The mess hall. This way, Agent Maris.
Majin Buu is ravaging our food supplies.
I'll be right there. Agent Iriko, keep the ship ready to depart for planet Namek at a moment's notice.
Roger that.
And then it cuts to Jocko.
Hey, you two. We got the macaroni gang. Macaroni,
not macaroni, even though they are pasta-based.
We got the macaroni gang locked up in this ship. I need you to escort them over to the galactic prison.
We were wondering where you were, Jocko, hanging out with Maris, huh?
We've got a message for you earlier.
Huh? A call for me? From Mommy, maybe? I hope she got the birthday card I sent.
No, not your, mommy. Not your mommy. Caller ID showed that it came from a woman on Earth named Tights.
Tights?
And then it cuts to Bulma.
You made them join the Galactic Patrol? Guess so. And why would you do something like that? It was the Galactic King's decision, actually, and nobody can defy him. Well, are they safe at least? We're not totally sure. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Lay off me. They use instant teleportation like poof. Couldn't stop them. They should make a galactic law against moves like that. Real threat to law and order, you know. Listen, if anything's happened to my Vegeta, I'll make you pay.
And then Jocko is just on the call just going,
why are you treating me like I'm the bad guy?
And then Hercule. Can you ask if Boo's doing okay, Bulma?
Majin Buu? Yeah, he's fine. Just woke up from a nap, actually.
Glad to hear it. Oh, Boo. I want to send you. And, oh, Boo.
And then Bulma, I want you to send a ship my way. I'm going over there, too. What? If the universe is really doomed this time, then I want to see that Moro jerk with my own eyes before we all die. Oh no, sorry. Looks like I ran out of minutes. We're breaking up. I must have made too many calls this month. Anyway, bye. Hey, hold on.
And then Jocko just hangs up on Bulma.
Ran out of minutes. Yeah, right.
And Bulma is just absolutely furious. And then Jocko.
I swear that woman thinks the Galactic Patrol is running a taxi service.
Agent Jocko!
Yeah, what's going on, Iriko?
Kusuya's squad was patrolling near Namek. We just got a message from them. They got life readings on Son Goku and Vegeta.
Oh yeah? Those two didn't croak?
Which means things could be worse, right?
Maybe I should call Bulma back.
And then it cuts to planet Namek, as the Namekians are using, as Eska is help heal both Goku and Vegeta. And he wakes up. Thanks, but you got your energy drained too, so don't overdo it, little guy.
I'm fine, actually. I might not be as good as Dende, but I've got healing powers too. We wanted to help you recover as quickly as possible, even if I can't get you to full strength. You two saved our lives, so this is the least I can do.
And then Vegeta wakes up. Ugh! And he gets up real too fast, and he feels the pain in his body.
Wait, you mustn't try to get up just yet.
Oh, it's you.
I'm Eska. Thank you for saving me back there.
See, Vegeta? Looks like we're still alive. And then Vegeta doesn't say anything. How long have I been out? I bit my tongue. Ow! How long have I been out? And then the elder says, you slumbered for 3 days. 3 days? And what of Moro? What is that fiend up to? And some other Namekians in there with them go, he's already attacked 3 villages. He probably headed for Elder Suburi's village as we speak. What? You mean he's obtained 3 of the Dragon Balls? And then there's a throbbing pain inside of Vegeta because he's still hurting. Mind you, Eska said that his healing powers is not as good as Dende's, so there's still a lot of recovery for Goku and Vegeta right now, especially after they got their behinds handed to them by Moro. Indeed, 3 of our villages failed to protect their Dragon Balls. He slaughtered them all. And then there's a boom sound that they all feel in the distance. What is that? Is it Moro? Says Goku. Not again. And then it cuts to an explosion out on planet New Namek. And the whole planet is shaking as it shows Moro just assaulting more villagers. And he's basically erected a wall. Well, erupted would be a good word. Erupted a wall of fire, or possibly lava, and he's holding up one of the villagers telekinetically, and then he just sends the villager flying straight into the wall where the person dies instantly. He's literally singed. It's like he just disintegrates in the fire. That's how intense it is.
Tanishi! Tanishi!
And then it shows that this wall of fire has completely encircled this one village.
How dare you!
Your village is wreathed in flames. There is no escape, so bring me your Dragon Ball.
Like we just handed over to the likes of you.
And then Moro points and sends another Namekian flying into the burning wall of disintegration.
No!
You are all fated to die in due time. It is futile to resist.
You devil!
And then it cuts to Goku, sensing all this life being lost. He started killing the Namekians.
Darn it, I wish we could help, but I still can't use my instant teleportation.
There is hope. We have not been idle these 3 days, says the elder.
Huh? You came up with some sort of plan?
We Namekians have assimilation as a last resort.
Assimilation? Oh, like what Piccolo and Kami did.
The strongest warriors from every village have been combining and are heading to Suburi. So all these Namekians, these distinct Namekians, the strongest fighters have been basically fusing with one another. And it cuts to 3 Namekians flying towards where Moro is, or at least flying towards Suburi village, and then the 3 fuse into one, and it's just one main Namekian that's flying at top speed towards Suburi.
When several dozen Namekians assimilate, the resulting warrior can defeat any evil that may threaten us. This is how our tribe has protected itself throughout the ages.
And it cuts back to Moro in the village. In the village that he's been basically assaulting. Besides Perfect Form Cell, Moro became one of my favorite villains just because he reminds me of Galactus. I feel like we still haven't seen the upper limits of what Moro can do. We are just scratching the surface here. Mind you, I still got 6 more volumes to go through. So that's 6 more days of learning all about Moro and going into the next arc. What a wonderful day.
You've had your way, but that ends now.
Oh? How do you mean?
The savior of all Namekians will be upon us shortly. It is your fate to perish at his hands.
And it shows all these Namekians flying with the main one that's been fusing, and they all combine into him. This dude is constantly combining with more and more Namekian warriors. It's like he's constantly assimilating and becoming stronger. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Alex Mercer from Prototype, but without the gruesome and gory assimilation effects that is on par with John Carpenter a little bit. Just dragging people, not dragging people into himself. They're just instantly combining with him. So all these warriors combined into one, and the power keeps increasing.
Go, savior of our dear planet! Embody the pride of every Namekian!
And then Cranberry Scatter goes off, and he senses the dude coming up. And the dude flies up. As the elder of the village that Moro is assaulting goes, "At last!" As this Namekian warrior prepares to punch Moro, and as he screams out, he's immediately stopped as Moro, without even looking in his direction, just sticks his arm out and impales this Namekian warrior on his arm. And this Namekian warrior that was getting so powerful by the second by combining with so many other powerful Namekians, he's instantly stopped the moment he gets within a foot of Moro, just by Moro holding his arm out and impaling him on it. Didn't even look at the guy. See, I feel like this is power. And all the Namekians are utterly shocked as this ultimate warrior, the savior of the Namekians, is right behind Moro.
Dying.
Was this your savior by chance? And he drops off the Namekian warrior, and he just lays there with a massive hole through his body, motionless. Apologies. He was dead before I could even see his face. And that's the end of chapter 46. Yo, Moro! He just killed their ultimate hope instantly. Such build-up. It's so much build-up. Like, oh, he's the pride and joy of the Namekians. This is the person we rely on when capable of defeating any evil. Runs up on Moro. Moro just says like, hey, can you hold my hand real quick? With your whole body. Not just don't hold my hand with your hand. Hold my hand with your body. And he just impales the dude. Like, do you know how flexible? Because I can't hold my, I can't stretch my hand all the way back like Moro did. But he just held his hand back and skew. Do you know how strong you got to be to just hold your hand out and skewer someone with a full hand? Like full arm? I'm sorry, I'm getting way too hung up on this. But that was chapter 46, onwards to chapter 47, Stolen Dragon Balls. And the Namekians can sense what just happened. Not just them, but Goku and Vegeta as well. Moro said no mercy at all. Really? The dude said, I didn't. Wow, he was already dead before I could even look at him. That's how threatening Moro is right now.
But how? This can't be. He was our final hope.
And then Vegeta,
that fiend. He's grown even more powerful than when we fought.
He's probably been absorbing energy from the whole planet, including us.
Darn it! Meanwhile, instead of fighting back, all we can do is hide like scared rats.
And then Eska,
if only my powers were stronger.
And then Goku, don't think like that. If not for you, we'd be dead. And then the other Namekian, at this rate, Suburi Village is doomed, and he'll have our 4 Dragon Balls. And then Goku, sorry, nose was itchy. Goku, how's he finding the Dragon Balls in the first place?
Using the villages.
Huh?
He's locating each Namekian settlement and attacking them one by one, just like how Frieza and his people went about it.
Oh, because Moro can read Ki. But if he's not zeroing in on the Dragon Balls themselves... And then he looks over at the 1-star Dragon Ball that's in the room with them. Should we be good? As long as he's in the dark about this final one?
One can hope,
goes Vegeta. Hey, can you get a message to the survivors and tell them to get away from the villages? Then at least they don't gotta die for nothing.
Indeed, I will let them know.
And we'd be smart to suppress our powers for now.
Darn it.
And then it cuts to all the Namekians. All the dead Namekians in the village. They're all dead. Moro killed them all. With Cranberry just searching through the house.
Come on, where did they stash that thing? It would have made our lives easier if they spilled the beans, but none of them will talk. These folks are strange.
And then Moro looks over in one direction.
There. Search that structure, Cranberry.
Huh?
And then he goes in and searches inside of this house.
Yep, I found it, Moro. How'd you know where it was? Wait, can you detect what the Dragon Balls are?
Wow, he doesn't need Cranberry. Here's the thing. This whole time, Moro was able to sense the Dragon Balls. And he's been stringing Cranberry along, with Cranberry thinking that his scouter was helping them find it, but he can tell where they are. Cranberry is not long for this world. There is literally no more use for him. There is no more use for Cranberry. And this dude doesn't know it. This dude thought that him having a scouter to search... Oh no! I gotta keep reading!
How'd you know where it was? Wait, can you detect where the Dragon Balls are?
And Moro doesn't say anything.
Excellent. The next one is that way. Off we go, Cranberry.
And it cuts to Earth, as Dende and Popo are sensing something. What is it, Kami? And I'm always going to use Popo's Dragon Ball Z abridged voice for it. All right, maggots, listen up. Popo's about to teach you the pecking order. I'm always going to use that voice for Popo. What is it, Kami?
Something terrible is happening on my home planet.
And then it cuts to Piccolo, who's there with Dende.
You feel it too?
Oh, Piccolo.
A few days ago, I stopped sensing Goku and Vegeta's key signatures here on Earth. Maybe they traveled to planet New Namek.
Huh?
Something is definitely happening, and it's not good.
Then it cuts to one Namekian who's running away with a Dragon Ball in its hand. And as they're running, we see the shadow of Moro zoom in closer and closer to this Namekian until it's directly on top of him. Then there's a boom sound as Moro apparently has all the Dragon Balls to him for himself now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only one is left. He has the 3-star, 2-star, 4-star, 5, 6, and 7. He's missing the 1-star. And he's just sitting there next to him as Cranberry goes,
Incredible, Moro. We're really picking up the pace.
The final ball is near where we first landed.
Oh yeah? That first village was hiding it all along. Let's go get it!
And then it cuts to Goku and Vegeta as Goku and Vegeta are sitting, recovering as their clothes are getting repaired. And, well, I guess their clothes are getting remade. As the Elder goes,
Your clothes look something like this, yes?
And it shows Goku's gi, and it shows Vegeta's battle armor, but it still has a Galactic Patrol on it.
Ha! That's perfect!
The symbol was unnecessary.
Just a little more. With a little more ki, I can use instant teleportation and go get us some sensu beans. And then Vegeta senses something, and so does Goku.
Kakarot, do you feel that? Moro's on the move.
And then it cuts to the Elder again.
What? You sense something?
No doubt. He's flying straight towards us.
Oh no!
And then it cuts to the other tall, lanky Namekian. Do you think he detected us?
No, that's not it. Because there are bound to be other survivors around the planet.
And then it cuts to Vegeta.
That bastard. Is he somehow able to sense the Dragon Balls directly?
And then the Elder goes,
No way! No way!
Yo, Looney, good to see you. We are on chapter 47. Well, we're in the middle of chapter 47. And Goku puts his clothes on.
You three stay hidden here. What will you do?
Gotta meet him head on. No choice. And then Goku just goes out.
But you two just barely recovered from nearly dying.
Old man, I need to know something,
goes Vegeta as he's putting his clothes on.
What?
Given that I slaughtered all these Namekians years ago, how do you feel about me? You speak of the attack on Elder Suno, right? We do not forget these things so easily. So you hold a grudge, then? Grudges and hatred can only bring about further conflict. The Namekian people are not so foolish as to indulge in such things. I see. We only wish to preserve peace on our home world, nothing more.
And then it cuts to Goku, who's outside, as Vegeta joins him. And then Vegeta...
Kakarot, if you survive, make restoring this planet to how it once was your top priority.
Okay.
That said, it will take a miracle for either one of us to walk away from this alive.
True, but what other option is there? And then it cuts to Moro's ship as it zooms in closer and closer to Goku.
Those two, they're alive. They were hiding this whole time, huh? Those Galactic Patrol cowards.
Oh, Vegeta and his pal, I thought they might still be kicking. Those Saiyans are a tough bunch.
I will not suffer them to scamper about any longer. This time they will perish at my hands.
And then Vegeta,
he's caught our scent.
Yep. And then Moro gets closer and closer. And he's here. And they both charge up. It sounds like I'm straining when I do that. You know, you gotta do the charge up yells. But Goku and Vegeta have like a little bit of a moment where they kind of feel the pain of charging up a little, since they still are not at 100% yet. But they smile at each other and they launch towards Moro.
They're coming!
And Moro gets up out of his chair and goes behind Cranberry and looks at himself charging towards Goku and Vegeta, and he just smiles. Then, all of a sudden, a ship appears in between them. Huh? And then there's a person on top of the ship. Vegeta makes Moro sound like a bloodhound. I mean, he's able to sniff out energy signatures. It's kind of weird, but Vegeta's kind of right. But a ship appears and someone appears on the top of the ship, and the person on top is Maris. It's the Galactic Patrol.
Galactic Patrol!
It's Maris. And then Maris shoots both the engines off of Cranberry's ship, and it plummets straight to the ground. And as it's plummeting straight to the ground with Cranberry screaming, Moro jumps out of the ship. As Maris goes, Agent Iriko, bring us up.
Roger that!
And he flies up into the sky and goes towards Moro. And Maris, Moro, Moro, Maris, Maris, Moro, Moro, Maris. Then Moro looks down and shoots towards Maris. A lot of M names in here right now. Sorry if it's confusing for me. It just messes me up saying multiple same letter names so close to each other. He shoots towards Maris, and Maris dodges all of the blasts using his shoe jetpacks. Whoa, Maris is getting the job done! As Moro continues to try and shoot at Maris. And then Maris pulls his gauntlet back, and a field comes out of his gauntlet and traps Moro inside. Huh? And it's literally containing Moro right now.
What? What have you done?
And then Maris pulls on this, it's basically like a galactic energy field net. He pulls on and he slams Moro to the ground by flying towards it and then slamming Moro directly into the ground. And Moro's trying his best to break out of it. We developed this capture device just for pinning you down. You won't tear it apart that easily.
Curse you, Galactic Patrol!
Maris! Goku, Vegeta, how good to see you both unharmed. And then it cuts to the ship of Cranberry, who's still alive, even though it fell out of the sky earlier.
Huh? They got him?
You're gonna take him back to prison like that? No, I'm afraid this isn't strong enough to hold him for long. It's just a temporary fix to keep him in place until we find a solution. Now, get him out here! And then Moro looks up and confused as the ship moves over to where they are. Huh? Him who? Is someone up there? Please, hurry, Agent Jocko. This restraint won't hold the perp forever.
Move your butt. It's your big moment, guy. Your gargantuan gut won't fit through the door.
And there's Jocko pushing someone. And then this big old person gets pushed out of the ship. And this person lands on top of Boo, and it's Boo! Wait, I said person lands on top of Boo. This person lands on top of Jocko, and it is... I bit my tongue again. Uncomfortable. And this person lands on top of Jocko, and it's Boo! Huh? Boo's here? You brought him along, Jocko?
Get off of me and wake up, you!
He hasn't awoken yet.
He woke up earlier. The big guy just got motion sickness on a trip over. Hey, Iriko, learn to drive, why don't ya?
I'm sorry. And then Boo sits up. Boo sits up, and he burps.
You're up. Great. Now hurry up and seal off that baddie's magic powers.
You mean to say that Boo accessed the memories of the great Lord of Lords? Of the great Supreme Kai?
Yep. Our organization's got a galactically licensed medium, hypnotist, and aromatherapist. Bringing back old memories is a cinch.
And then Boo starts walking in another direction.
Not that way, dummy. Moro's over there. Huh? Moro?
And then Moro looks over, and then Boo goes,
Him? I remember.
and then Moro goes,
You're the bad guy I caught way back!
Could you really be the great supreme guy? No, how could you still be alive?
You killed so many of my friends!
and then Boo is starting to get actually starting to get angry.
Why you?
And then Moro starts struggling inside of this restraint, and he pretty much starts to try and burst out.
Ugh, what is this? Oh no, it can't contain him,
Goes Maris, and he bursts out of the containment, shocking everyone.
We're in trouble. The great supreme guy, I have not forgotten the debt I owe you.
And I didn't forget what you did! You don't get to pick on everyone anymore!
And then Boo just screams out,
No more!
as he just erupts in power, as everyone just stares at Boo. And then it cuts to Maris going,
Oh, amazing.
as Boo and Moro prepare to fight each other. And then Boo launches towards Moro. Maris being there is distracting me. Boo launches towards Moro. And he tries to erupt a firewall in front of him, but Boo ignores it and goes through it completely unscathed and hits Moro directly in the face. Boo dove right through the fire and flames. They didn't phase him. And Moro tries to get back up again and tries to contend with Boo, and he punches straight through Boo's body. And he grins, but then Boo looks directly at him and grins as well, and swings his body around, sending Moro flying into the air as his body instantly heals.
Huh?
And then Boo starts spitting out blast towards Moro, enveloping him in it. And then there's just a whole bunch of dust where Moro got hit.
How shocking. I never considered that Boo would possess such strength.
I'm glad I didn't make him mad.
And then it cuts to Boo, who's laughing. And then it cuts to Moro, who charges up yet another energy ball again.
Ugh, that move again.
And he tries to throw it at Boo. And Boo looks at it, and he just casually runs up to it and kicks it into the air. And as it's being kicked into the air, Moro is distracted as Boo comes up, front flips multiple times, and punches Moro directly in the head, sending him crashing back down to the ground. That's it, Boo!
Haven't you noticed, Kakarot? Boo's energy levels aren't dropping. Moro's energy absorption must not work on him.
Wow, you're right. Boo can do it! And then it cuts back to Moro getting back up again.
How did you come by such abilities?
And that is the end of chapter 47. Onwards to chapter 48, Moro's Wish. And then it shows Boo trying to turn, it starts with Boo trying to use his like a candy turning beam, I think it was.
Hi!
As he tries to hit Moro, and Moro dodges. And then Boo comes up and then literally butt stomps him, butt slams directly onto him. And he just starts beating up on Moro repeatedly over and over again. And everyone is just watching. Keep it up, Boo! And then Maris is all, wow. And then Moro grins and he opens up his mouth. And he blasts the head off of Boo completely. He just blasts off Boo's head.
Talk about losing your head,
Goes Jocko. And then Moro is smiling. And then he notices that Boo's body is still moving. And then out of Boo's hand pops his head. He regenerates his head in his hand and then proceeds to punch Moro with the other one while he's momentarily distracted, sending him flying into the distance. And then Boo's head pops right back onto his shoulders again. Now, mind you, during this entire fight, Boo doesn't have a single scratch on him, while Moro's getting more and more messed up.
That's definitely an unconventional way to fight.
The creature's absurd abilities are actually working to our advantage.
And then it cuts to Boo, who stretches his leg and kicks Moro directly in the chest. Huh? I haven't seen Boo fight in a long while. Moro's magic doesn't work on him, but it also seems like he's gotten stronger?
You think so?
Perhaps unlocking those memories somehow unleashed his latent potential.
But to this extent? How unexpected.
As it shows Boo just beating up on Moro and swinging him around. And then he throws Moro into a nearby wall again.
Curse you. If only I had my full magic. If only I could devour this entire world. I wouldn't possibly lose to you!
And then Moro explodes in fury. And then Boo snaps to attention as he goes,
"You're a little weakling compared to me. Making excuses? You suck!"
And then Moro doesn't say anything. And then Boo causes more arms to appear. He literally just became a 6th-arm Majin Buu. And this surprises Moro as Boo proceeds to just Majin Buu Gatling, like Gum Gum Gatling, Majin Buu Gatling Moro directly into the ground and drag him across the ground. Repeatedly, punch after punch after punch. With Goku, he's winning! That's actually working! And Maris,
yes, clearly Boo is the stronger fighter, but Moro still has his magic, and there's no telling what trick he might unleash, so we mustn't drop our guard.
Boo, use that technique now while Moro can't fight back.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And he says this as he walks away from Moro, but he still has floating hands, just beating up a... He turns away from Moro. Boo turns away from Moro and he just says, "Okay." But he still has floating extra hands that are just constantly beating up on Moro at the same time. He's not attached to these hands. They're just floating fists.
Huh? His hands aren't even attached. What can't this guy do? Weirdo.
And then it cuts over to Boo as he directs his hands to grip onto Moro and pin him down.
Here I go!
And then it shows Moro getting confused and surprised as Boo starts to do something, and Moro goes, "No, not that!" And then the whole sky goes dark.
It suddenly got dark.
Does this planet experience abrupt nighttime? What a bizarre place.
And then Vegeta, Goku, and myself know what's about to happen. Because the last time the sky got dark like this instantaneously on Namek, the Dragon Balls were being used. And Goku goes, "No, this is..." And then we got Porunga, who shows up in the distance. As it seems that Cranberry has... Wow. Cranberry found the 2 Namekians that were taking care of Goku and Eska, and he killed both of them. He killed the 2 other ones. He killed the 2 other Namekians, but he has Eska in some sort of weird headset. As Cranberry goes,
"So, this is the mighty Porunga."
Darn it.
Okay, so one elder is still alive. And as he moves, Cranberry turns around, and then he proceeds to shoot the elder. And the elder's no longer moving.
"I might not look like much, but I used to be an elite trooper, and Frieza's on me. These old Namekian farts and some kids are no match for me."
And then Vegeta.
"Look, that faint glow in the distance. It must be Porunga."
"Huh? Moro's friend. He must have summoned the dragon."
"Oh no, the old man and those others. I can't sense their ki. And
then Boo looks over in that direction. And then Moro's even more surprised. And then we get Porunga.
"State your wish. I shall grant any 3 wishes within my power."
First off, I'm on my last legs here, so heal me.
And then he directs Eska to say the ancient language to Porunga to get that wish granted. But wait, don't you have to speak in the Namekian language to summon him? Yes, you literally said that comment as I was explaining. Cranberry has a headset that is on Eska that forces Eska to be under his control. It's like a VR visor. So he has it attached to like his own headset. So he's giving orders to Eska, who's giving orders to Porunga. So yeah, he's having Eska speak Namekian in order to get his wish granted.
Very well. Your first wish is granted.
And then Cranberry's body gets completely healed.
Whoa, nice. I feel good as new again.
And then Goku goes, "We can't let him make any wishes. Let's get over there, Vegeta." And then Vegeta gets upset. And they both fly off towards Cranberry. And then Moro is upset as they fly off towards Porunga. And he thinks, "Cranberry, listen." And he telepathically speaks to Cranberry.
Moro?
Quickly now. Wish for me to regain my full magic power.
And he's looking around and he's just kind of not saying anything.
What's the delay? Those two from the Galactic Patrol make for your position as we speak. Time is of the essence.
What about my wish to escape to some outlying planet?
The third wish is yours to use as you see fit, after mine are granted. Know this, double-cross me now and you will never know peace. I will chase you down to the ends of the universe.
Fair enough.
State your second wish.
Give Moro back his full magic power!
And then Eska says it, and the wish is granted.
Very well. Your second wish is granted.
And then it zooms in past Maris, past Jocko, past Majin Buu, up to Moro, and there's like a heartbeat sound that courses straight through Moro. Did I say Moro again? It courses through Moro, and then everyone notices. Buu looks over Maris and Jocko, and then it shows power just enveloping Moro as he just smiles. And then while Vegeta and Goku are flying away, they feel this power just return to Moro.
Moro's key! His power's back already.
And then the area where Moro is completely explodes because he's no longer there. After this big explosion of power, Moro is just gone.
Moro's gone!
And Maris is all, darn it, as Moro goes shooting through the sky at top speed. Moving so fast, he blitzes both Goku and Vegeta and flies past them.
Ugh, what was that?
As Moro goes straight towards Porunga.
It's Moro! Crap, we gotta move!
And then Porunga.
Now, state your final wish.
Great, here we go. I'm finally gonna get my wish. For my third wish, pick out a nice outlying planet where Frieza's army, the Galactic Patrol, and even Moro won't ever find me. And send me...
And before he can even finish the wish, it shows... What is it with Moro? It shows Cranberry breathing heavily as we see a hand sticking straight through his body. And he looks back, and it's Moro. What is it with Moro and skewering people with his hand? What is it with people in Dragon Ball and just skewering people with them? Like, how many times have we seen people drive their fists through people's bodies? If it ain't Zamasu trying to kill Goasu, if it isn't anyone else literally just skewering people with their own hands, like, why is that such a go-to move? Is it because it severs the spine at the same time? It's effective, but it's like, why y'all use it so often? Is it because
Because it's easy. And it does a lot of damage.
Like that, I feel like that's here's why they do it. And as he's standing there shaking, he looks back and sees Moro smiling at him.
You jerk!
A job well done, Cranberry. As Moro takes his hand out of the back of Cranberry and leaves him dying on the ground. You see, I have a second wish of my own. Unfortunately, that means there are none left for you. As Cranberry lies on the ground dying, and then he takes the headset and then speaks into the mouthpiece. Paranga, was it? There is still one wish remaining, yes? And then Eska, still hooked up to this headset, speaks the Namekian language, and Paranga responds going,
Yes, I await the final wish. Stated now.
Good. I wonder if you can grant this one. And then it cuts to Maris's ship, flying close to Maris and the company, with Maris going, with Iriko, is it Iriko? Iriko going, get in, I'm tracking Moro's life signature. Let's hurry up, friends. And everyone gets inside of the ship. Then it cuts to Paranga, and Eska says some Namekian language, and Paranga goes,
Very well. The final wish is granted.
Excellent. And then he crushes the headset, which also somehow affects Eska as well, and Eska just falls over. Agent Maris, over there! Was that some gigantic monster? That must be the wish-granting dragon itself.
Now, 3 wishes are granted. Farewell.
And then he disappears, and all 7 Dragon Balls go shooting across the planet. And then light returns to planet New Namek again. We're too late! And then Goku and Vegeta land right behind Moro. Indeed, by a hair. My wishes were only just granted. Darn you! He actually does say darn you this time. And you killed them all? You won't get away with this! Not quite. He is the one who slaughtered the Namekians. And then you killed your own man? How rotten can you get? And then Vegeta looks over at everyone, who's basically dead, and he goes, You! Talk! What did you wish for? And then it cuts to Moro, who says, I believe you already know my first wish. Restoring your magic, was it? Precisely. That can't be all! What else did you wish for? Tell us! You'll know soon enough, as the Galactic Patrol appears right over Moro. The great Supreme Kai and his companions have caught up. I have no more need to battle you people. Farewell. And then Moro just disappears in a pillar of fire. Huh? Where'd he run off to? He can suppress his ki now, too. And it shows Moro, who's on a nearby mountain, hiding himself. And then he just starts dashing away after watching everyone pop up. And then it cuts to Maris. Goku, Vegeta, where's Moro? Vanished. And he can hide his ki, so there's no telling where he went.
He's still here. His magic power is back, but that's different from pure strength. That's why he'll try to eat up the whole planet now.
And then it cuts to Boo, who walks past everyone and goes over to Eska. Boo? And he touches Eska, and Eska wakes up. Eska!
Goku, Vegeta. That one was still alive, so I healed him. I can't heal these 2. Sorry.
So both the adult Namekians that were there with Eska, they're dead. They're just dead. But Eska was still alive. And there's just a moment of silence. And then everyone feels like this planet shaking. The planet shaking as Maris goes, the planet is shaking. What's happening? It's gotta be Moro. He's gonna suck the planet dry all at once. At this pace, though, it's happening far faster than before. And then Boo grabs onto Goku and Vegeta. And then he does the same thing he did to Eska and returns them to full energy. I'm back to full strength. Thanks a ton, Boo. And then a face appears on Boo, as his face now shifts to how it looks to the great Supreme Kai from years past. And that everyone goes, what? That face. Could that be the great Supreme Kai?
A pleasure to meet you all.
Until Moro is defeated, I'll be taking Boo's place. There's still time, but we all have to confront him before he devours the planet. Mind you, that's the same voice I gave him from the first time. I'm gonna keep that voice. Makes sense. Let's do it, goes Goku. Grab a hold of me, you two. And then, before Goku can use instant transmission, he goes, Goku! Maris goes, Goku, I'll make the necessary preparations and bring the ship to you. Above all else, be careful of his magic. Gotcha. We'll get it done. And then it zooms in on Goku, Vegeta, and well, the Great Supreme Kai, and they all instant transmission their way out. I have faith you can do this. Goku, Vegeta, Great Supreme Kai. To be continued. And then we have a little bit of a special comic. That was the end of chapter 48 of volume 10. We have a special comic here at the end. It doesn't have a title. It just says, Age 72, the battle between Goku and the invading Vegeta ends. Far away on planet Frieza number 79, a plan is being hatched. And we get Zarbon and Dodoria. We'll be traveling to planet Namek with Lord Frieza to search for the Dragon Balls.
It's a top secret mission, so it'll be a small group. You lot are gonna be working hard.
And then it cuts to Cranberry. The Dragon Balls? Those things really exist?
You dare speak out of turn? Soldiers who refuse to follow orders are of no use and will be killed on the spot.
I apologize!
Cranberry was one of the troops who ventured to Namek. However, he was beaten by a young warrior in Elder Muri's village. And as he got beaten by this young warrior, he was sent towards Zarbon. Well, no, Dodoria. He's sent toward... Which one is Zarbon? Yeah, that's Zarbon. He's sent towards Zarbon, who then kicks him away while he's holding two of the Dragon Balls. However, he was beaten by a young warrior in Elder Muri's village, and killed by a kick from Zarbon. So he was dead. Oh, so he died. He died. And I think I know how he got brought back. I already got it. And his dead body flew into the lake. But then in the middle of Goku's final battle against Frieza, a wish was made by Mr. Popo. I want you to restore the beings killed by Frieza and his men to life. And then it shows that Cranberry was one of the people that was brought back. Since Zarbon counted as one of Frieza's men, Cranberry was brought back to life. Using the space pod Vegeta arrived in, he escaped the planet.
Frieza's army? Not the life for me.
Cranberry continued to evade Frieza's army, but was ultimately arrested by the Galactic Patrol. Get back here, thief! And then the person who arrested him was Jocko. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Volume 10 of Dragon Ball Super. I was more than happy to read this all to you, but things are really turning up. I can only guess what Moro's wish actually is, because like I said, I don't know anything about the story for Dragon Ball Super after the Tournament of Power, so this is just brand new territory for me, so I can't wait to read through the next volume tomorrow. I'm slowly but surely catching up to Dragon Ball Super, and it's going very swimmingly. That's all I got for you guys today. Well, as far as this reaction is concerned, this live read-through is concerned, still got to upload my reaction to Bleach, and then later today, I'll be checking out Marvel's Midnight Sun. So I hope you all are able to, tune in, but it's entirely up to you. That kick was his pink slip and severance package. That's a 401k that I don't want to be a part of. But that's all I got for all of you for today, as far as, like I said, this reading is concerned. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later peoples.